estoy volviendo loco. Hello, everybody. Bienvenido a todo. Well, maybe if it just started. Hello, everybody. Bienvenido a todo. Hello, welcome to Valbrut with me, Valbrut, and we are in Train Sim 1-4 as ever, and as the past 6 or 7 videos. The time is nigh. The end of TSW4 is nigh. We are, as of recording, I think it's the 1st of September, so it's about 11 and a half days from launch. I think it'll be Thursday, the 12th of September. Will it be a Thursday? No, maybe it won't be. Maybe yeah, it will be a Thursday, won't it? So, I don't have an idea of what I'm going to do yet. I'm thinking. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm thinking maybe something in the Class 66. Um, and I'm tempted by Midland Mainline again because I was pleasantly surprised by how nice that timetable was last time I was in there. So I'm thinking maybe, and because I've got this livery, this Freightliner livery, and someone's added the suspension for it as well. I figured, why not? It's a mod, so like it might not work properly or whatever. But hopefully, whatever happens, it won't be like the last stream when I did a service to London. I did Brighton Mainline. I was going from Brighton to London, and when I was within sight of Victoria, it crashed. The game crashed. But I had messed around with my engine settings like 10 minutes before it started, so that was my own fault. I've now put them back to what they were when they've worked fine. I've never had crashes with it, so hopefully that will be fine. I've removed some mods that I think maybe could put some pressure on the CPU or the GPU. So hopefully it'll all be fine. Just as a reminder of what my specs are, I have a CPU, which is a AMD. It's a Ryzen 7 5700G, which is like the budget one, not the high-end one. But it's pretty much okay for my needs. It might be the next thing on my list to change though. And then I have a 3060, I think it's a Ti, and it's 12 gigabytes. So that's my GPU. And I have I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, mostly for City Skylines because it needs a lot if you have mods. I don't know if it makes much difference here or if there's no real difference from 16 to 32. But I've got the 32 anyway, and that does me well. So what I'm thinking is maybe, oh, is that like a, oh, I might do this one. So it's a Totton to Leicester, and it's a 35 minutes, but it's a 9 o'clock in the morning service, so there might be some things happening. Let's have a look. What should we do? 30th of November? No, let's do October, and then light clouds, and we'll see what happens. So I'll get started then. Well, we'll see. It's been a while since I've driven the Class 66. Although actually, it hasn't been. I did drive it. Why was I driving a 66? There was a reason. I think it might have been on one of the best journeys list, the list you can get on the forums. I can't remember what it's called. It has like an official name that's like best timetable mode services or something. And then there's some greatest of all times, and I think there was something on there that was wrong with the Class 66 that I did. And it might have been at Southeastern High Speed, I can't remember. Anyway, there's not much, I mean, I'm not going to remember now because my brain is frazzled. It's Sunday night. And I've got to prepare for work tomorrow. And I did finally track down some amaretto, so I'm very content. Of the 35 minutes I was in the supermarket, about 15 was spent looking for it. So I was just looking at a shelf full of beer, full of bottles of various liqueurs, and I couldn't see it. Couldn't figure out which one it was. And then eventually I got it. So we have here we have our class 66 Freightliner Green, which is a mod, so it should have the suspension. It's a very heavy train. It has 25 carriages and its length is 237 yards, so pretty big. Oh, doesn't it look lovely? Ooh. Now it's telling us to wait, so that gives me time to set up the train. All of this is on, yeah? Okay, so I can put the reverser in. I don't think I need to turn any of this on because I'm not doing any banking, am I? What do I need to do? I always think that I need to do something for the brakes, but I don't know if I actually do. I'm actually going to use my mouse for this because it's just easier. Oh no, wait. Brake timing, select. No, I want goods. Yes. Now, brakes cut out. Yeah, they are cut. They're cut in. Yeah. Okay, so that should be fine then. Right. I think that will be fine. Now, what else? We've got lights that we need to do. So we've got daytime. I don't think I need my demister. I don't want my desk lights. Instrument light. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're fine. I'm going to reduce the brakes somewhat. I don't want them like completely off, but are those red lights on? No, they're not. They just look like they're on because they're reflecting light for some reason. But we are waiting. And we are right at the top, so we are... There's actually a huge yard here that they took out of the map for some reason because you couldn't, because they'd modeled it and you could kind of, I don't know if you could actually get into it, but you could like certainly get close enough to see it. But I guess they didn't like that people, that maybe they just had no plans to ever do anything with it, so they were like, better to just take it away. Okay, so let's remove this. And let's see if it works. Oh, AWS. Shite. Where is it? It's in there somewhere. I always forget where. So DSD, I can turn on. It's somewhere here. AWS, TP, AWS. There we go. Chan. And let's go nice and slowly. So yeah, there'll be 66 there'll be class 66 services on the West Coast Main Line, which is my current obsession. Because that preview the other night, it just made it for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it ain't anything like, oh my god, the most perfect game in the world ever, but it's enough for me. We're going over this point, or down? We must be going over them. Yeah, we are, because we're going to join this slow line next to the main line, and then we're going to go via East Midlands Parkway. Okay, so we're not going to see anything at the moment because we're just on like some freight line, but eventually we will join the main line around about here. I suppose I can put the speed up a bit. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Oh, and those autumn colours as well. Dare I say, it looks quite realistic. I think this is because this is like a made by someone. It's actually a very nice livery, some nice weathering effects. Because these freight engines, they don't get spruced up often. They live hard lives. Okay, I'm putting up to full throttle. Let's see what happens now. I believe I have the enhancement pack for this for this route, Midland Mainline. I'm not 100% sure it's turned on, but I'm pretty sure it is. So that might make some differences. Usually it's like some bulkier foliage around the side of the tracks, and you'll see random people like this at the side of the track, which is great. Because if you ever watch I forget his name now, but he's like, I think he works for Northern Transpennine, and he makes lots of videos around, mostly around the north of England, of cab videos, and he puts notes on them, so you to explain like what the driver's doing and why. I think it's Don something. But yeah, he's done a few cab rides with these. Wait, why was I saying that? I completely forgot why I brought that up. There was a reason. It made sense in my head at the time. I'm hoping we get to see some HSTs overtake us. A nice non-stop 6-car HST from Derby to London, or Derby to Leicester. That would be great. Oh yeah, so the enhancement pack does Don Coffee. That's it. Can't remember why I brought him up, but yeah. Yeah, the enhancement pack I think removes some of the smoke coming out of the stacks, because apparently they don't smoke that much these days. But yeah, I highly recommend Don Coffee videos if you've never seen them. They are the best cab ride videos of UK locos. Very educational. You learn pretty much. I've learned pretty much how most signalling in the UK works based on that. Right. So we're going straight ahead. Yeah, we are. So yeah, we're going to pass the power station, and we're with that cement train. So the power station doesn't need us unless they were building a new stack, which I don't think they ever will. I'm not entirely sure how you work out how fast you're allowed to go when you've got all of these kind of when you've got so much weight behind you. I remember someone posting on the forums once, there was like a calculation, but I mean, well, the max speed is 75 anyway, so we're not going any faster than that. But I don't know if like going over 50 with all of this heavy cement would be a good idea. I do like these, they're very nice and weathered. That could also be a mod. As you'll have learned from my last stream where it crashed, because I wasn't aware of all the many mods I had installed. I was very much I get very much caught off guard by the mods that I do have installed that sometimes throw everything into disarray. So I am very much looking forward to having TSW5 and starting from scratch. I might stay off the mods for a bit. We'll keep the engine mods, maybe. Well, no, I'll see. Maybe with the shadows on the tracks being fixed in TSW5 routes. Maybe generally things will load nicer. I don't know. I think my computer can still just about handle it. I suppose I could play around with the settings more to reduce the quality of things, and then maybe I'd get some better frame rates, but I'm not too fussed with the frame rates I get. Is there a button I can press that shows you the frame rates? Oh wait, no, I've got it set to my PC stuff, so it's just going to give me PC stuff. I don't like the look of this. So this mist that seems to be forming indicates that it's suddenly going to go grey and start raining, because I do have dynamic weather on. For my sins. I don't know why I leave it. I'm always like one. Sometimes it does give you some nice surprises. Give you like a nice overcast sky in the evening, or if you put it on raining to begin with and you put dynamic weather on and it starts to clear up, it can become like, whoa, sunshine on a rainy day. But yeah, if you go to the train sim community site, you'll find this livery because it's very good. It seems slightly better than you get when they're made in Livery Designer. Maybe it was made in Livery Designer and they've just exported it, but it does look a little bit like more sophisticated. Oh, HST! Way! That's the first of at least 3, I hope. Hoping to see at least 2 more. It is like 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 past 9 in October, I think this is when I'm driving, and maybe I should put the hot plate on and make up a tea. I don't have a kettle, sadly. Maybe you don't make tea with it; you just keep tea warm. Yeah, I don't think this works. No, turn on. Well, not that it does anything. When it does work, it doesn't do anything in the game. Just the screen comes on. That's it. Can't talk to anyone. But it is nice having things to touch and press around the cab. I'll open that window over there, I think. Oh, that's nice. You probably can't hear it because you're stuck hearing my voice, but there's a nice reverb coming in through my right ear now. Through the window. Bit of wind, bit of vibrations. And I will say, actually, the vibrations that they added, I think they added it in TSW3. Maybe it was 4. I think it might be 3. But they make all the difference when you're playing with controller. When you go over any kind of switch, you're like, oh, I feel it. I feel it. I really feel it. I'm going to limit myself to 60, I think. Because I feel like this is a heavy train full of cement. I don't want to be going too fast. Just in case there was a red light for some reason. Which I don't think there will be. Because I don't see what I'd catch up with. Well, I suppose I could theoretically catch up with the 158 on a stopping pattern. Couldn't I? Couldn't I? But I still find that unlikely. Because, one, the AI in this game doesn't have the same physics as like when you're driving. When you're driving, all the physics is like simulated. When the AI is driving, there's like a simple model, so they can accelerate much faster than like you could in their trains. So I'd have to be going incredibly fast to catch up with anything in front of me. Although I think at the bottom there is like a stretch of line where it becomes like a single track. Oh no. I said it would happen, didn't it? It's gonna start raining. Bet you any money it's gonna start raining. I may as well just put the wiper on now, because it's definitely gonna start raining. Of course it is. I always forget the wiper is. Oh, it's there. There we go, I'm prepared for if it rains. Oh, look at that. I think this is probably one of the nicer liveries for it. I think I do sort of like something nice about a green. A green and yellow. Yeah, it's raining. It's raining, of course it is. So yeah, 11.5 days for TS5, so TSW5, and I am excited. Nothing's gonna get me down. I saw some people complaining about things that are like half of the course now, so I don't know why they're complaining. Apparently the Class 350s won't have the London North Western Railway logo on because they haven't agreed the license yet. Like, it's not that big a deal for me, to be honest. They look like they are London North Western Railway, they just don't have the logo. It's fine. But you got the usual people who are like, that's outrageous, I shan't be buying it. It should be half price. Yeah, it should be half price. Because it didn't have a logo on the side. So all the work they did was like clearly much easier and much less time consuming because it didn't have the logo on the side. Bloody people. Okay, reduce the... Yeah. I don't know why I started going so slow anyway. I wasn't intending to drop this much. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm attempting to, but you know, it's taking ages to release for some reason. It's because of their freight brakes. Actually, come to think of it, it's been a while since I've done the RHTT, one of the railhead treatment trains. If that's on the West Coast Mainline, I might do that if they've got a service for that. Gosh, talk about an annoying windscreen wiper. The good thing is it's thin. Like on all the high-speed trains, they're huge, and like even if you got them going super fast, it's just like a black blur in front of you all over the screen. Whereas this way, at least it's not the worst maybe because it's so thin, but it's noisy. I think I can make it a bit faster. That might make it more annoying though. It like slightly increased it. Okay, sculpt it. Full speed. Okay, no, let's not. I should learn not to do that with freight trains. Heavy freight trains. But sometimes the American ones sort of handle it okay. I wonder why they're this shape. Is it because the cement comes out the bottom? Yeah, there it is. I was going to say, why do it like this? Because I guess all the cement has to come out. Okay, I get it. Want more power. I'm going to get up to 60 again. Got a nice go via. Oh, hang on, Transport Legend. Yeah, I do. I see the chat now. I wasn't looking at that screen. Yeah, I'm super excited for TSW5. Absolutely 100%. I am. What am I looking forward to most? Well, I'm looking forward to the Pendolino most. I mean, I know it's like super shiny, fast train, and it's what everybody's always excited about, but it's the train for me. It's probably the train I've been on most in the UK, because I used to travel a lot between London and Birmingham. Maybe the Class 91s as well, because I used to travel a lot between London and Leeds. But the Pendolino, I was there when it was Virgin. Then when they changed the Virgin branding to that, what was it? The silk stripe down the side. I thought it was very ugly. And then finally, when it was Avanti. So like Pendolino's been there for me. Also, because the fact they're all 9 or 11 cars, it's like it's a nice long train. I like that. 350 I'm excited about, but I feel like it's going to be similar to maybe the 380 and the 385 as well, because they're like, I think they're all Siemens train sets, so they'll all be quite similar. But anything British mainline with things happening. Oh, don't worry. I'm also excited. I mean, I have to say, I'm looking forward to the Fulda Frankfurt preview as well, just because that's another tilting train, and it's a variation on the ices we already have in the game. So, but British content is what most excites me, and it's overhead lines as well, and it's because you get the overground with it as well. If you watch the oh yeah, the 350 suspension was an odd one because the 380 has it. And I presumably the 350 has been in development the 380 released, what, like a month ago? So the 350's had longer and still hasn't released. I think, wasn't listening that much during the preview, but I think he said something like they discovered a problem with it, so they weren't going to release it broken. And I mean, well, if that's the issue, then they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. I don't want them delaying the release date. Like, never have they ever released anything where I've been like, I would rather have not had this. Because, like, always there's something in there that I enjoy. So I'm like, please don't delay it. Please release it. And if you really, like, they always generally update it later on. It's never as fast as they say it will be, but I'd imagine within like maybe 2 or 3 months. Oh, I didn't see that the Pentolino didn't have the GSMR. Although it's annoying because it's a nice thing to be able to press, but it doesn't do anything. I'm always confused why people are like, this is the best thing. Like, it should have it. And I'm like, it should have it because all the new trains should have it. They said they were all going to have it. But I don't massively. It's not like one of those core experience things. Like, the biggest screw up for me, I remember, this was years ago. This was years ago now. Would have been 3 years ago, I think. It was when Southeastern High Speed released the first time in TSW2. And I was playing on PlayStation 4 at the time. And the version that they released on PlayStation 4 didn't have any running sounds in the cab for the Javelin. So it was literally silent. You could just hear, like... You could hear, like, maybe some of the back of... Like, there was, like, some sound, but it was, like, the traction engines. There was no, like, track sounds or wind sound or anything. The windscreen wipers were silent. And it was like, how do you release it, like, a train with no sound? That's ridiculous. That was the one that really annoyed me. But what other liveries have I got in the 66? I got the GBRF. That must be from Creators Club. But look at this. Lovely. I'm actually quite looking forward to taking the 66 down the West Coast main line. I mean, honestly, this 11.5 days is going to be a long struggle. That's why I'm like going back to another British routes, just so I can be like, okay, when it drops, I'm going to be up to speed with the signalling. Although, even rewatching the preview stream a bit today, I'm still not sure I understand how the task system works with the Pendolino. The, like, controls when it tilts. It sounds like it punishes you if you go too fast, but then I don't know. But I don't know if it does. I don't know if the train has a limiter on it to actually stop you going more than 125. Because they were saying on the stream that it's capable of 140, but it's never done 140 because, or if it has, it's never done like regular 140 because the West Coast mainline signalling was never updated. So it's always been stuck to 125. Although if you've ever seen one being on a platform when one goes past 125, it's pretty fast. Like, there's a whoosh. They make a sound that you don't hear many other trains making. Although I haven't heard what the Class 800 series sound like when they go past at full speed. Inside the game I have, but I don't think they capture the full veracity of the sounds. I'm also going to see what is the longest journey you can make using the portals, the platform portals that switch you between routes. I'm thinking you could do Reading to Paddington, and then Paddington to King's Cross, and then King's Cross to Ashford, and then you could do Paddington to Victoria maybe, and then Brian Mainline. No, I'm trying to think if there's a way you could go around London and come back, but no, I don't think there is. I'm just bringing the speed down because there was a yellow, and I think it was a single yellow. Well, it obviously wasn't because there's already a green in front of me, so it took another 10 minutes to release the brakes. Yeah. I would do that, Mr. Driver Assist, if it wasn't so slow releasing the brakes. Keep bringing this train down to like 30 miles an hour every time I slow it down. I think Siston is quite close to Leicester. Oh, well, yeah, about 3/4 of the way down the line. Then we'll be at Leicester. Oh, it drops to 20. Ooh. Well, I won't increase my speed too much then. I think that's why I was mentioning dog coffee videos at the... I don't have the DBR 101 actually, no. I thought about it, like it was about maybe 2 weeks ago, I was like, I was about to get it, and then there was something on the Steam page that made me think, I think it was because on the page it says, this works best if you have two particular routes. And one of them was that Austrian route that they released about 2 or 3 months ago, which I don't have, and I'm not really sure I'm interested in getting until it's like on a big sale, because it doesn't have any locos that I'm interested in or anything like that. And that kind of, for me, was a bit like, meh. If I don't have one of the routes it's recommending I have, then maybe I don't want to spend more money than normal on it. But I do love the 101, and I love the idea of the cab car. I just think, I don't know, if I was going to have to buy that route as well, then I'd rather wait until like one or both of like the train and the route are on a deep sale. Because really, I'm only gonna. I mean, if I don't have that route, then all I'm really gonna use it on probably is just the oh, I'm going way too fast. Damn it. The only route I'm really going to use it on is the high-speed line in Germany, the uh, uh, Würzburg to wherever in the north. Oh, I'm going to end up stopping this train, aren't I? I do like the idea of the 101 with the cab car. I just think I just need the I just need it to come down to a price. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Maybe when TS5 comes out, there'll be a big sale, and that's when I'll think about it. Oh, I'm on an uphill as well, so it's going to be like 3 hours to get me going again. Okay, I'm starting. Why wheel slipping? This is why I don't do freight. They have the patience. I also hate the brakes on the 360, the 66. Oh, high-speed train! Now, this time, yeah, I want a nice picture. Shall we pretend I'm on the platform among the people? And I'm like, oh, there's a 66 coming. Okay, let's pretend I'm a bit taller than everybody else. Because I want to actually see the 66. And I don't want them too blurred. Because I don't think they really would be. Okay, maybe I should come down a bit then. And break the law and poke my head out. And the driver of the 66 would be really angry at me if I did this in real life. She'd be like, you're fouling the track. I'm sure he'd blast his horn. Scare the life out of everyone. And I'd be like, but I needed the perfect picture. Okay. I don't think you can see the 66 good enough. I'll pretend that I'm down here among these men. Hiding in the bushes. Oh, oh, that's why. Yeah, I mean the cab car is only really used on Dresden Riesa. Then, I mean, I'll wait until I buy that route on sale or something, because it doesn't interest me enough to be worth paying full price. But I do want the 101. Um, oh no, I don't want it that. Dun dun dun. There we go. But is it a good train? Like, is it fun to drive? Like the cab car and the Expert 101. Like you say, it's not as hard as it might seem. I definitely don't like things being too hard in this game because I'm not being paid to play it. I'm not an actual train driver, so it needs to be like several degrees less than like doing a real job for me. I know that puts me at odds with a lot of people on the forums who are like, it should be every bit as tedious and boring and feel like it goes on and on and on and on and on as much as a real job. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I need it to be a little bit fun. I need fun and like it needs to be a wind down activity for me, not I come home from work and then do someone else's job. Also because I wouldn't put it past DTG harvesting the user data if that were the case and then sending it off to train companies to develop an automatic AI train driver. And I don't want to put train drivers out of jobs. So I'm like, don't make it too difficult and don't make me like a train driver. I don't want to be. What I want is like a simple sim, like pretty much what it is. I just want like busier routes maybe. What everybody wants. Busier routes, win the lottery, move to the Caribbean. Oh, what? We're talking about trains in world, yeah. Busier routes, better passenger AI, because it's starting to get on my wick now, the fact that even now some of them still just like launch up into the air. Also, maybe better comms because I looked at the last roadmap, and the last roadmap, the first roadmap, made it really seem like Great Western Mainline is coming when TSW5 launches. But then the roadmap image says that it isn't coming for like another few months. So I don't know what it is. I mean, I was hyped for Great Western Mainline, but it now doesn't seem like it is coming with TSW5 when it launches, which is annoying because I really was like that was like a new route basically. Oh, they're like random faults that show up on the 101. I did it when I was reading through. I was like, okay, that seems interesting, um, because I mean, it's supposed to be more involved, like be more of the real thing. Um, are they difficult faults though? Like, what kind of faults are they? Like, is it just press a button and it's fine, or is it stop the train, go into the engine room and fiddle about with things? Like I said, I'm like 50-50, well maybe less than 50-50 on whether I want it to be too involved because I need it to be relaxing. I don't need it to be vexing. Like I said, I don't want to come home from work and then do play a game that is basically like another form of work. I need like test my mind, but like don't stretch me to the limit. I was playing I was playing the original Metal Gear Solid um, on the PlayStation a few weeks ago, and that was testing me a lot. So, in case you want where my mental aptitude is when it comes to problem solving in games, it's quite low. Because that game, I swear to God, even the clues to help you are cryptic. So you like feel like you're having to like, and then eventually like someone just comes over the radio and tells you how to do it. It's just so bad. That's me. I will say the one thing I do take pride of is that when I play in driving games, I try to turn off as many as the driving assists as I can. I don't want help steering and I don't want help braking. I'll keep ABS on if I think the car would have ABS, but I'll turn it off if it's a car is like over 30 years old and it obviously wouldn't have had it. Same with traction control. Oh, I don't need that window wiper on anymore. Thank God. Ugh. That noise was starting to go right through me. Turning your switch on and off to a brake failure manual is essential if your fault simulation is activated. Okay, well, I mean, if you could disable it, that's alright. Is the manual like a train manual then? So it's not just a manual on how to drive it, it's a manual on like, here's how it actually works as a train. So here's what you'll have to do to fix it. Because I mean, that's... Because that is, that's quite cool if that's what it is. Because I mean, most of what we get in the game is like a little tutorial, maybe some sort of voiceover from Matt explaining the history of the train or something, but you don't always get like the in-depth knowledge behind the train. Like, I'm sure I couldn't drive this train in real life because there'd be a whole setup procedure that I have no idea what it involves. I feel like back in the day, maybe in Northern Transpennine, they did actually tell you all the stuff on how to actually start the battery, warm up the loco, and then get started. And then they stopped that. But that might have been a specific scenario. It has been like, I mean, 3 years since I first got... Oh no. I think that one came out in 2019, so like four and a bit years? It's weird thinking about like how time has flown with this game. And how, funnily enough, manual on how to drive, manage faults, and lots of crucial info if you've got the expert mode on. It's not just tutorial modes. Okay, that's cool. Oh no, that is cool. There is something about written information that I think goes in my brain better than video tutorials. Like the video tutorials on YouTube, you find yourself like wanting to skip ahead, but you can't do it in a way that there's no way to skim it. Whereas when you're reading a page, you can be like, yeah, I know this, I can just get to the next bit. Okay, that's fine. Whereas when you're watching a YouTube video, it's hard to just jump it forwards without knowing whether you missed something important. So more manuals, and they've been saying that they would do more manuals for years now, and they don't really do that many train-specific manuals. But then the trains are relatively easy to drive for the most part. I do sometimes think I'd love a big written manual on how PZB works. I mostly get it, and when I fail, I can just about figure out why I did it. But some of the more specifics about, I would say I've learned more from like the captions on Don Coffey's videos than I have from TSW about how like approach control works and stuff like that. Keep us on slow. Ooh. What are you most looking forward to about TSW 5? I have to say, when they did the demo and they were showing like that you can do the full line in the class 710, is it called the Lioness line now, the overground? That was impressive because they didn't have to do that. They could have just like made it AI or something. But the fact that like it goes off via Watford High Street and stuff, and so you get like a full run of an overground line, you get like full a decent run of the you get a decent run of the West Coast Mainline in Pendolino and the 350, and you get 377 services, and you can do service on the Bakerloo line. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. And another HST. I said I would like to see 3, and I did. We did. And there's another one coming up behind us. Oh, that's nice. To release the brakes. Maybe this will be a nicer shot. If I can just get the front of this in sun. I'm going to come to a stop anyway, so maybe a little bit of light. That's more like it. Ooh, let's see if I can do some nice. Let's see if I can do some nice depth of field stuff with that. Ooh, ooh. 3, dun dun. Maybe not too dark. Maybe I should go back a bit and zoom in a bit more. Oh, I like that. I like that. I might replace the thumbnail with this. Bye. Thanks for watching. Basically finished now anyway. Basically gonna get to wherever that stop marker is. And I think this 158 is ready to leave. So why has that happened? Oh, there we go. Some nice train action. I mean, I have to say, all in all, Midland Mainline turned out alright. I remember when it launched and there was meltdowns about it at the original timetable being like not good enough. But actually now it's quite a nice mellow timetable. It's not like high frequency, brighter mainline, but literally nothing is. That stands as like the lone timetable where someone must have broken their head trying to get their head around it, and that's why it's so good. Oof. I know, but I need to make sure I turn off. I need to make sure I stop. Oh god. Well, I don't want to stop too short of it and then have to start up again, but I also don't want to sail through into the red light. Come on. One more yard. Okay, we'll stop there. It worked. Get in. Do I get a oh, I got a platinum. That's good. That is good. 201. Sorry, I just got signed out of Google. Right, there we go. So that's that done, and I think I'm actually gonna I'm in the mood for doing something else, something short. I think I am going to do. I'm gonna do it like a find another Class 66 service to do. find a nice little Class 66 service that doesn't involve that much. There's lots of fireworks going off outside, and I have no idea why. This was happening last night, but much further away. And now I'm like, am I missing some really important Spanish holiday or Madrid holiday? But I cannot for the life of me think what it would be. So, are there any Class 66 services on the... oh, there is. There's something. Oh, and it says it's only 16 minutes at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, let's do a nighttime service. I haven't done a nighttime service in ages. I think Glasgow Central looks quite nice at night as well. Okay, Lupita. Making sure the dog's okay because the fireworks. Whoa! Wait, let me try and figure out where we are. Oh, is this a... This is a... What have we got at the back of us then? Do we have a train at the back of us? I cannot see, it's so dark. I literally cannot see. Is that railhead treatment plant? There's something there. That must be another 66. Okay, right, well. Oh my god, look at the glare on that screen. Ugh. Right. Let me... Oh, is there a cab light I can turn on? Yeah. Yeah, I need nighttime lights on. Put the demister on. I don't know if I need it, if I actually need it. I shall put on in my reverser and start releasing the brakes, I think. And this is I'm going to Glasgow Central. Oh, I thought I was coming from. Oh no, I need to. Dun, dun, dun. Nope, I need goods. Right. Okay, that should be fine. So I think I'm in Newton. Why wouldn't I just use like the fast line? Why is it making me go around the circle? The good thing is that there shouldn't be anybody else on the line, so this should just be a brum 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 and away. All the way. That's probably why it's only supposed to be a 50-minute service. But the bad news is that obviously it's going to make it very boring from an AI perspective. But I want to see what I have behind me. It must be another 66. Why are the people here? There is no possible service at this time of morning. Yeah, it's midnight and you're waiting until 6 o'clock in the morning. Come on, AI. Pull yourself together. It is a 66. And it's another Freightliner 66. Just making sure it's not the one I'm driving and I'm pushing all this from behind. No, 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 no. I have a clear track ahead of me. So this is Cathcart Circle. So this is one of the routes that's going to have the that the Pendolino is going to layer into. I believe it's the only route, and it's only AI. So it'll appear here, then it'll disappear into the portal, and then it will reappear here into Glasgow Central. So I believe is what the LNER trains do as well. So it won't be like a playable thing or anything, but it'll be very nice because the Glasgow Central looks quite nice, filled out with all the ScotRail trains, but it needs more. It needs something more. I'm sure it's like even when I went there years ago, I remember seeing like at least like 2 Pendolinos in the platforms. there was some variation. Oh, I shouldn't I? Well, I'll put on DSDS and I'll put on you. There you go. Not that anything should happen. I should be able to saunter along. I mean, I think once you get onto the circle, you only really go about 20 or 30 miles an hour, so maybe I should just aim for 30 and just saunter along with that, but this whole section is quite straight, so it's about 50 until you get to this curve. Well, let's see. These look quite empty. Well, they did. Now they look like too dark to see. Should probably turn off the cab light. I'm sure that's like a violation to have it on whilst driving. But even without it, like I cannot see the pins on any of these. Where's my speed? Where's my speed? That is not it. I'm not doing 80. Oh no, wait, no, I'm doing like 20. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see. I don't like that. I thought that red thing was the pin. Oh, we're going up a hill. That's why it's so slow. Oh well, it's a nighttime service in a Class 66. Like, probably the most uninspiring service you can do in TSW. But I assure you, when we get to Glasgow Central, it will all be lit up. The Clyde will all be lit up, and it'll look gorgeous. The sea of signals. Red, mostly red, with some greens to let us through. There might be an LNER train in the platform. Some ScotRail trains resting overnight. You never know. Could be some empty stock moves. If nothing else, it's like a relatively straightforward run. And you can see how, like, inspiring the nighttime is. To be fair, it's not like they have, it's not like you have street lights on railways, so it's going to be dark. But also, I feel like you'd see spots of light from somewhere around. People in the UK love those automatic security lights. They used to be such a big thing in the 90s. I remember. Cause of many an argument between neighbours. The light coming on every time a fox ran by. But you don't really have them next to a railway line. All the light we're going to get is from the stations, with lots of random people standing there waiting for another 6 hours for the next train. It is what it is. They've never mastered passenger AI. Ever. Oh, oh no, there are still people standing there. I was like, oh, there's nobody. No, there they are. Maybe they haven't got homes to go to, these NPCs. Nobody built them homes, so they have to stay on the trains and stay on the platforms, even when there's nothing nothing running. For shame. I'm at like full throttle, and these carriages must be heavy, even though I'm pretty sure they're empty. But I guess if their carriage is meant to be able to handle very heavy things, and they're very heavy and sturdy themselves, so we're just a heavy train, and it's going to take us a while. It said 60 minutes. I can believe that on the basis that, like, it takes about 30 to do it in, like, an electric train, but that's because you stop constantly, so you can never get above, you can never keep a steady speed. Your average speed on the whole line must be, like, 19 or something. Whereas even if we maintain 30, doing a steady 30, we should be twice as fast. But still. Oh, it's slow. But I'm just prepping myself, easing myself in, because once West Coast Mainline is here, I'm fairly sure most of my videos are going to be about the Pendolino. Just saying. Especially as it doesn't seem like Great Western Mainline is coming with GSW5. I must have read something wrong. I think I'm sure the first roadmap basically said it in as many words that it was coming with the TSW5. But then the image in the roadmap puts it on the section of stuff that's coming in the future, not with TSW5. So we'll see. If it's there on the 12th, I will squeal. But I've mentally prepared myself that it's not going to be, sadly, even though I was looking forward to it very much. More than probably any other content aside from the Pendolino and West Coast Mainline. And I do have to say, I haven't seen the guard mode as well in West Coast Mainline. Oh, but also I think they demoed it when they were doing Gosford. Manchester Glossop line. When they were doing that, they previewed it as like a scenario or something. And I didn't find it that fascinating or interesting. So as a whole game mode, I'm like, nope, I do not want to be moving people's like stuff out the way. I mean, when they demoed it, it kind of had this vague feeling of like there is a timed element, like you have to do things before the next stop, and that's how the points are done. You have to like look at all the tickets of the people who got on within the allotted time, and there was a little bit of like urgency to it, which seemed quite cool. But yep, it's pushing it. I'm not sure it's necessarily something I would spend a lot of time doing. I literally think I will spend at least like 10 hours just as a passenger going up and down the West Coast Mainline to Milton Keynes and back. Because I love Milton Keynes, so I would do it. I don't want any naysayers, Milton Keynes naysayers. Not up in here. I've got a book about the design and building of Milton Keynes. One of my favourite books. It's so 70s. I love it. It's just brilliant. It's like brilliantly different. And then people call it boring, and it's like, eh. Oh, we got a severe speed reduction coming on. I'm going too fast. Oh no, I'm not going to get down in time at all. Got to be down to 25 by that green signal. Not going to happen. But at 35, I'm going to start releasing my. No, I'm going to start releasing them now actually, because I'm going to end up dropping to 0. Oh, why are they so slow to release? Well, at least I'm supposed to be going to 20 at the next stop as well. Oh, well, no, it goes up to 30 and then back to 20. Oh, come on. This, I have a mod installed, like I said, that I think has given this that 66 suspension. But its suspension is like very unnoticeable. I don't know if that's because it's a mod, so it isn't like, or if the actual trains in the game have really like comical suspension, because they bounce like I was doing a 380 service earlier, not on stream, but it was literally like, it was like bouncing. It was like it had wheel springs in it or something, like street racers. Not street racers. What are the ones who do that? Who do the car dancing? I'm only remember it from San Andreas. It may not even be a real thing. No, I'm just gonna let you carry on like that because we're gonna lose speed as we go up the hill now. Or we should, if physics has any. There we are. I think because the back of the train was still pushing us up. And I'm not going to try and stop that 20 because I just don't know how to use the brakes well enough to not end up dropping to like 0. There we are. We're dropping naturally anyway. Just dropping a little bit at a time. And then I will put my accelerator on. Because I think we're going up to 30. Oh no, the 30. There we go, yeah. Please don't say there's more people. Somehow there being people on an island platform is even creepier. There's no train for another 6 hours. Are you mad? I mean, I think I've been drunk before, but I don't think I've ever sat on a platform, gone to a platform and just waited till midnight. I do vaguely have vague memories. Vague memories of like getting to a London Overground station at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and the first service wasn't till like 7:30, and being like, I'm gonna have to wait because I don't want to get the bus. But I should have just got the bus. And I may even have given up and gone and got the bus, actually, thinking about it. Because I think it then got delayed, so it was like I can't keep waiting an hour and a half. It was an hour and a half when I started, and like an hour has passed, and now it's an hour and a half again. I can't do this. And I believe it was Kentish Town West. And I never went back. I was betrayed by that moment. Because I think I had to traipse and traipse and traipse until I got to the night bus in Camden, which was a walk, and then go back that way. Well, wasn't even the night bus by that time of morning, it was just the bus. Oof. So many bad experiences with London transport. But then also so many good experience of getting home because there's a full night bus service. It is one of the best things about London, I would say. Transport throughout the night. Because many other cities in the UK do not have anything like that. Like in Madrid it's fine because the taxis are cheap and most people live around the centre, so it's really easy. But in London, you live far, the distances are far. London is such a like spread out city. Do not miss it for that reason. Everything takes you an hour to get to. Glasgow's a nice compact city. Just unfortunate that it's like full of motorways. The M8. You ain't my mate. Should do that in Scottish accent, but I don't want to. I want to be like posh English dude tries to do a Scottish accent. I can do broad northern. I'm actually from the West Midlands, from Birmingham myself. I grew up in Albury, actually, in the Black Country. So this is my natural accent. When my mother was like, no, you shall speak like this and get good jobs. Didn't work. But at least no one laughed at me at university, so that's one thing. No, I'm just going to saunter along. I'm sure at some point we'll have an uphill and we'll lose speed. It's funny, like driving at night really does make you tired. I'm like, it's because usually if I was driving at night I would turn the lights off so that my eyes were acclimatized to the night. It usually like it legit. You should do it, and it does actually help. And not just in this game, in any game. But it's like majority night times. Look, I said there would be a sea of signals, and look, there's reds, yellows, greens. Now I hope Glasgow the Clyde is lit up as I thought it should be, as I'm sure it was. There we go. Okay. Ooh, look, there's some stable 314s. Is that both of them 314s? Yeah, it looks like it. Actually, no, that looks like a 158. Or a 385. Come on, slowly does it. Bring us down to 15. Where are we going to stop? Look, that looks like a 380. Stable, yeah. Ooh, that looks like a 158. I don't see LNER stored here overnight. They must have some somewhere up in Scotland, though. For the morning rush. Although maybe they only actually send them to Glasgow like infrequently, because you don't when you're in King's Cross, you don't see many Glasgow bound trains. It's all Edinburgh on the East Coast Main Line, and Glasgow is the Preserve Avanti. But I think they just have some trains that carry on a bit during the day, just probably not last thing at night. 313s. 314s, not 313s. Oh no, I'm gonna hit the buffers. Oh no, I'm gonna hit the buffers. I'm gonna hit the buffers. I'm gonna hit the buffers. Oh, it didn't get hard impact, but I was speeding so much that I only got gold. Oh well, I'll end it there because I've done 2 Class 66 services now, and that one was like basically just pitch black, couldn't see anything. But the previous one was quite good. I like that with the HSTs. And yeah, I think I might try and mix it up and do some German next time to celebrate or some American actually maybe, because the next preview is the San Bernardino Valley, and I'm not going to do the Antelope Valley line because that is every service is like painful. I might do a nice electric service on on New York Trenton, or Boston Providence. But yeah, we'll give it up for the Class 66, and I might do some more UK traction, but a bit sexier, a bit faster, maybe at least. Find a nicer timetable mode because the 66 sort of slots into the dead parts of the day. So with that, I will say thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you for the comments, and adios, hasta luego.